Alright, so we finally have reached Marcy at the gates. I know this is probably the most anticipated episode, just in terms of the series, in terms of meeting Marcy, but also just in this season in general. I know there's a couple other episodes that people have been hinting at being pretty big, and good episodes to come, but I think this was like the big episode that everybody was looking forward to, finally being able to meet the last of the girls in the trio. So yeah, so I'm pretty excited. We're finally gonna get to Newtopia, which is also exciting, getting to explore a new location, and we'll actually get to be there for like a while outside of just like one, you know, episode. So yeah, pretty excited for this, so let's get into it. Marcy at the gates. Here we go.
Newtopia!
We're gonna go to Newtopia.
I can't believe it.
Finally gonna get there. And yeah, you probably have a lot on your mind, Anne.
I am excited. It's just...
Yeah, I got a lot of complicated emotions and feelings probably right now. Did you wanna see Newtopia too?
Also, Marcy is completely different from Sasha.
Now this is the interesting thing. Oh, hey, that's Switch.
Boom! Just cleared New Game Plus.
The New Game Plus.
Then we can finally play some creatures and caverns.
Creatures and caverns.
Yeah. Lock our door.
Oh, it's just a little oblivious to everything. How does this play into like the whole music box thing, the Calamity box thing? Because she seemed to be like a part of it. Oh, I'm so excited to explore this city. A little like jump for the montage.
This is the life.
Uh-oh. It's gonna be in that hole.
Hey, what do you think made these holes?
Better not to ask.
Yeah,
Come on.
I feel like this is gonna come back
I
later.
mean, it definitely will, but
You can't come in here. Utopia's closed.
the entire city's just closed. That seems like a dangerous job.
I'm okay.
Why didn't you use the hook thing originally? Yeah, but there's gonna be like a lot more, right? A little cattail. Kara.
Didn't really stick the landing.
Wait a second.
She drowned. She drowned in like 2 inches of water.
Marcy?
Hey.
Marcy!
Oh, I missed you too. Aww.
Oh, he's just automatically suspicious.
Right? It's nuts.
This is real.
Oh, jeez. Yeah, don't
very
point it
real.
at people.
See, can you believe
I have a
it?
feeling
cloak's on
that's
fire.
not gonna be. Oh my gosh!
Ow!
Are they your surrogate frog family? Did they find you and take you in? Oh, I love the found family trope. Gosh, this is just...
She's like every dork or nerd ever.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Is probably gonna have legs by the end of the series.
And hi, creatures and caverns.
No.
Turns out
Chief Ranger of the Newtopia Night Guard, and Sasha was like the second in command under Grime, and then Anne is just like with the planters on a farm.
What we need is a direct frontal assault. And I'm telling you,
Oh, hey, Sam
Bartley,
Riegel,
a
what's
sneak
up,
attack
man?
is what's called for. Yeah, well, you're both wrong.
Well, Sam voices all of them. All right.
Ow. Sorry, just still can't believe you're here.
Aw,
Anne,
cute.
quit it.
All right.
Anne, do you remember when we studied insect migration patterns in biology class?
Nope.
One thing
Man,
goes
she would
wrong.
be. She's a great strategist. I feel her execution may not be the best, just because she's a bit klutzy and clumsy, but in terms of strategy, man, Marcy's dangerous.
Your cape's on fire again.
Oh my god.
I do.
With my life, actually.
I really hope
look,
that Marcy-
Sprig, she's clearly harmless.
Is nice, and I don't think she's gonna end up being like a Sasha, but maybe later in the series she'll have to make a decision that might end up hurting Anne.
It's gonna be a cinch, guys. Trust me, I know these tunnels better than anyone.
Oh jeez. Good thing you had that cape on.
Yeah.
How'd you get back?
Oh, it's pretty good. You survived.
Yeah, I kicked it.
Okay, Marcy.
Now might not be the best time to be doing this.
Done! Guys, this way!
Oh wow, alright. Never mind. These backgrounds are really nice. I feel that these are some of the best backgrounds that we've seen in the show so far. Whoa. Oh. Well, she's gotta die now.
I've been doing just fine by myself.
Maybe
Yeah,
that's true. Yeah, well, Sprig's dead.
Why would you just let me go?
Because I just got you back, okay?
Or, yeah, go save Spring. This is all very touching and everything, but... Did her eyes glow green for a second there? It might have been the lighting, but I feel like her eyes glowed green. And if Anne's glowed blue, that means that Sasha's will likely glow pink at some point.
You're on
No,
fire.
and she's just always on fire.
No, come on! There wasn't even any fire this time! Come on, who's ready to go to Newtopia and write up a detailed report?
I want to go to Newtopia. Man, I'm so excited to explore this city. Yeah, man, these backgrounds are great.
This is like a city city.
Yeah. Yeah, it is. Oh, lovely.
Olivia? Meet Anne.
Please don't touch anything that looks important.
Yeah.
Hey, look what
Oh
I
gosh, Spring.
Though, we have to find Sasha.
Oh, yeah, let's explain that.
Opera so far, right?
Come on,
Stand
This
up.
dynamic is going to be so
okay.
interesting
Come on, Anne.
to see how it pans out between Anne and Marcy and Sasha. Especially since Sasha doesn't seem to have any intention of going back. Don't fall in to the fountain. Oh, good. Oh, yep, here we go. The entire season 1 recap. This is the king. I don't trust that man. I didn't trust him when I saw the poster when season 2 got announced. He was in shadow. Characters in shadow are never trustworthy. Hopefully we get to meet him next episode. Oh boy. We have finally arrived in Newtopia, and with it we get the long-awaited reunion between Anne and Marcy. We start this episode with Anne and Sprig talking about Marcy and Sasha. When Sprig brings up that Sasha was evil, Anne disagrees but admits that while her and Sasha are not on the best terms, she still cares about her. Sasha's appearances have been few and far between, but it's nice that we get these little conversations to revisit Anne and Sasha's relationship and where the two stand. But this leads to Anne recounting her experiences with Marcy and how different she is from Sasha. And Marcy is honestly one of the most endearing characters. She's so nerdy and dorky and a little clumsy and oblivious, but is a total sweetheart. But this also makes me wonder why Marcy was on board with Anne taking the box in the first place. I'm sure we'll learn more about Marcy as Anne spends more time with her in Newtopia, but I'm wondering if there's a darker side to her that we have yet to see. But the Planters finally get to the gates of Newtopia, but are turned away as the city is closed because of barbarians. Marcy comes to the rescue to save the Planters in what is probably one of my favorite character entrances, and we finally get Anne and Marcy reunited. It only took a season and a half, but here we are. And man, am I excited to see Anne and Marcy hang out together in these next few episodes. And while Anne and Marcy are excited to see each other again, Sprig can't help but be skeptical given the past experience with Sasha. Which makes total sense, especially because Sprig and Anne have gotten even closer as friends since then, and Sprig is looking out to protect Anne. But it's also really hard to dislike Marcy at all because she is just a ray of sunshine and joy. She's a complete dork approaching life as if it's an RPG, incredibly smart, and endears herself to Hop Hop and Polly in valuing the farming community, and also estimating that Polly's legs will come in about 2 months. But as established, is also a bit clumsy, and I love this flammable cape gag. We also find out that Marcy appeared in Amphibia within the gates of Newtopia, so Anne got dropped somewhere in the middle of the woods, Sasha somewhere in the world where she was captured by the Toads, and Marcy within the gates of a metropolis, so Marcy definitely looked out. But with Newtopia on lockdown, Anne, Marcy, and the Planters all team up to get rid of the barbarians. And once the group gets into the nest, we see both Marcy's clumsiness and her ingenuity. Anne saves her from taking a fall, but we see that Marcy is a skilled chemist, making several concoctions that cause explosions and also instantly grow vines. The latter of which actually separates Polly from the group momentarily. While this was just a mistake and there were no hard feelings, it emphasizes Marcy's obliviousness and also how she hasn't had to work within a group where she has to be aware of others and their well-being. Anne is obviously a bit upset that Polly got separated from the group because of Marcy, and the tension between the two rises. Marcy apologizing but also wondering why Anne won't let her go off on her own, and Anne feeling the need to protect Marcy. Ever since the two got separated when they first arrived in Amphibia, they've been off on their own growing. But once they reunite, they both feel like they are back exactly where they left off before their time in Amphibia. But both have changed since then, Marcy especially. And Anne doesn't mean to be condescending to Marcy and looking out for her. It's because she cares about her, and especially now after reuniting, she doesn't want to lose her again. Anne eventually allows Marcy to handle the Queen Barbarian and save Sprig, and in doing so, her eyes glow green, similar to how Anne's glowed blue in the first episodes of both Season 1 and 2. So these are likely linked to the gems of the Calamity Box, each corresponding to one of the girls, the only one who has not had their eyes glow yet being Sasha. Sprig also realizes that when Marcy saved him, that she is nothing like Sasha and apologizes for his skepticism, which is good to see on Sprig's end in admitting that he was wrong. But with the barbarians taken care of, the gang is finally able to enter Newtopia, the large metropolis of Amphibia. And we also get introduced to a new character, Lady Olivia, a royal advisor to the king, and she just seems like a bundle of fun and joy. But with arriving in Newtopia, the next goal is a bit uncertain. Obviously, they want to find out more about the Calamity Box and finding a way home, but the way to do that is still unclear. Plus, there is still the issue of finding Sasha and getting her home as well. But for the first time in their lives, Anne and Marcy are able to make plans for themselves without Sasha's input. And I'm really excited to see Anne and Marcy hang out together and see their dynamic, because what we have gotten so far is absolutely adorable and I can't wait to see more of them. But of course, we can't end on a positive note. We have to end on a cliffhanger with the King of Newtopia having bigger and devious plans for Marcy and Anne. Overall, Marcy at the Gates lived up to the hype of introducing Marcy. Marcy has been a big question mark since the beginning of the show, so it's satisfying to finally get to meet her. And not only that, but she exceeded all of my expectations in how lovable and endearing she is. And I cannot wait to see Anne and Marcy spending time together. With Anne and Sasha's history, we didn't get to see the two interact that much less on amiable terms. So I'm looking forward to seeing Anne and Marcy hanging out. Plus, we know that the king has ulterior motives with the two girls, so I'm also looking forward to see how he puts his plan into motion and what exactly that plan is. But with Anne and the Planters finally in Newtopia, I'm looking forward to the group exploring the city and getting into some fun shenanigans and hijinks. Thank you so much for watching, I hope you have a fantastic day, and until next time guys, take care.